which most of us do, right? There's this kind of general arc that we go through when we're young. We're full of these hormones. We want to work out. We have kind of this passion to move our body. It's a lot easier. It feels better. And then we get, maybe in high school sports, we get injured or something like that, or maybe we get out of high school and move on to the second phase. Maybe it's college. We get our first job. We get a little more responsibility. Maybe we're still single. Maybe we're still motivated to become more fit and healthy. So then we start studying stuff. We start studying how to grow. We want to work out with people that know what they're doing. And so then we have a little bit more intentional growth. So it's a little bit more intentional. That first stage is a little more passion driven. And then as we move into that next chapter of life, when we're married and we have like a full-time job and we got more duty, more responsibility, less time, we have to be able to bridge that passion and the intention together to actually make those goals happen. And from what I was talking about yesterday, I was like, I think it's a lot of times it's hard for us to make that, fitness feel like such a passionate, like innate drive in ourselves when we do get busier later in life, because we realize there's other priorities. And if we're not getting paid basically to be fit, then what's the point? What's the point to do it? And so what I kind of went through this whole, basically topic yesterday where I just mentioned that what we do know is that when we just think about the higher ideals in society, the way we can advance technology, the way we can live our best lives as fathers or as brothers, as siblings, as friends in this life, when we have a sport or some sort of fit activity we're working towards, it allows us to like use our body as this like example. It's our temple, right? To grow and build and become stronger, more flexible, and perform at a higher state if we're doing sport. And those states that we can reach through sport, through high levels of physical activity, they're like an act of meditation. They allow us to basically use higher states of our mind. And so the more in fit we become dedicated toward our sport and really feeling flow with our body, then we can really thrive in the rest of our life and create a better society, create better families, create more benevolent and advanced, successful society. So that's the main idea I was basically getting through yesterday. And now today, what we're talking about with the social anxiety, that's a big one that I want to talk about today. So if you got anybody's in the comments right now, how are we doing, 65 old runner? If anybody y'all have experienced this type of experience before with social anxiety, let me know in the gym, because I've definitely felt a lot of it when I've been training. And so let me just kind of list off some like feelings, right? What it's like when you're just trying to get into the swing of things in the gym. Social anxiety in the gym, right? So if you're following me on Twitch and YouTube, you can see I have my whiteboard on my computer where I'm teaching this idea with something to write down. On Instagram, please, I'm ready. I'm right here. Any Q&A stuff, let me know right here, okay? So let's list off some of the feelings we get right there. Like, let's just list off the feelings on the left hand side, and then we'll go thoughts on the right hand side. We'll just do that. We can make that a little bit different here in a minute. But for me, I remember, so very recently, right? So you come back, let's say you have an injury, right? Or you're not really familiar with it. So it's like you're not really totally sure. You're thinking in your head, like, okay, am I doing what I need to do? Am I following the right routine? And are people gonna look at me? Are they wondering like what kind of routine I'm doing? If I'm doing something kind of funky and silly, like some sort of like stretching or some sort of exercise, do I look weird or something like that? So a big thought is like, do I look weird doing what I'm doing? Do I look weird? And the feeling is kind of like this feeling you sort of get when you're thinking if like you look weird or not. It's sort of like, it's like not a banishment. It's not a banishment, but like just like a shameful kind of experience. A little bit like, am I doing this right? Am I moving my body the right way? How we doing, Son J Mac? Do I look weird? And this is usually, so when I personal train people, they always usually tell me the same thing too. It's like, I think I look weird doing this in the gym. or oh shoot, I'm gonna go do like, you know, especially when we're doing something for like that exposes our butt or something like that, like some deadlifts or something like that, where our butts, you know, like out there in front of everyone. It's like, oh no, somebody's looking at me doing this weird thing. So boom, that's one really big thing that a lot of us think. Okay, so what else? Do I look weird? That's a big thought. Shameful experience, like my body look okay. What else do we got? Gym anxiety. Okay, eye contact, right? Eye contact. Do I make eye contact? There's that, because there's like all these people that are in their same thing, and so there's kind of this like discomfort, like socially in the gym sometimes, where it's like, okay, this guy's got his headphones in, this guy's doing his thing, and that's kind of weird sometimes, you know. You're like, right? So that's the big thing. So I'm thinking about how I look. Do I look weird? Do I make eye contact? And what else? What else is there? Because those are the, like, if you think about it, that's kind of the big things with social anxiety. When you get in there, it's like people are looking at me for doing something weird, and should I be looking at them to make sure everything's cool? And then, do I look weird? What else? What else can I say? And okay, how hard do I go? You know what I'm saying? There's kind of like that, and there's this feeling like don't want to be judged, you know. Judged. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. So now I'm gonna start recording here. Of course, my fucking screen did that again. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna start recording here. Boom. So this is the YouTube video starting right now. Okay. All right, sweet. So far we're talking about social anxiety in the gym. And what we notice sometimes is there's these thoughts we have, like we get in there, do I look weird doing what I'm doing? Do I make eye contact with people? And how hard do I go? Like what sounds can I make? And, you know, like how do I just maintain my space and respect everybody else too? So it's really kind of this like social anxiety nightmare sometimes, because the gym can be confusing. You know, there's people that have their headphones in, there's some people that want to talk for 20 minutes. There's some guys that will use the machine for super long time. And there's some people that are super experienced. And there's some people that are like not quite experienced at all. Okay. And then, so there's that discomfort with eye contact, and then there's that judgment for like, am I doing the right thing? Like, do I need to go harder? Am I doing the right gym exercises in the gym? And so, boom, these are the things that I always like to bring up when I'm looking at it, because when I coach people in the gym, it's like it's usually like this thing, like, am I doing the right exercises? I feel weird, like I'm not sure if people are watching me, and those are the big things. And so now what I want to do is kind of like see how we can debunk that and at least kind of get beyond that. All right, so let's go debunking. Now, there's definitely going to be weirdos. There's definitely going to be creepers. They're going to be watching you. And you might even be one of those people sometime in your life. I mean, I've definitely been that guy sometimes, even myself, where I'm like, kind of like, what's this guy doing? Or what's they doing in the gym? And right now, I've definitely had the tables turned on me, because I'll give a little like personal story right now. So my story, I've always like felt some little bit of degree of this. I think a lot of us do. And sometimes we act like we don't. But I used to not really think about it too much, because I was really dedicated on me just kind of like getting stronger and wanting to feel better in the gym and stuff like that. But so it's like I felt pretty highly capable. You know, but still had to learn a lot. And I studied a lot online and watched loads of videos. But then I got hurt, right? I fell off a scooter, and when you did that, fell off scooter, body does not work the same. So it's like I felt like I had to restart from scratch, okay? I felt like I had to restart from scratch. Restart, from scratch. And I go to this gym. I go to gym with a bunch of teenagers in Argentina. So for me, now it's like I have these new challenges. I have to speak different language. Okay. I feel imposter syndrome because I'm a personal trainer. Personal trainer who can't move well. And I'm only coaching like one person at this point now. And I was coaching a lot before, but you know, life's been changing a bunch. So different language, imposter syndrome, and it's like I'm way weaker with weights. I have to learn and apply new principles and movements with physical therapy and corrective exercise. So all of a sudden I'm like doing things like I'm just doing like new movements, can't communicate with anyone, can't communicate good, and feel low value, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm still like, so for me, this is why I feel like it's a good topic for me to touch on right now. Because, you know, obviously, like, if I scoot back a few years when I'm back in the U.S., I can speak English. I can at least, like, explain what I'm doing to people and the theory and what happened as I'm rehabbing an injury. So it's pretty easy just to be like, hey, this is what I'm working on. This is what I'm doing. Now you're here, and I'm like, everybody's kind of like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And my face, like, the way my face has been, the way my face, like, when I'm doing, like when I'm like exerting my face, when I'm exerting, my face is making like the weirdest faces ever because of the recovery from the injury. So like right here, it's like my jaw, like I'm sure if you guys have seen me streaming or watched any of my videos recently, last half a year, my face is just different a little bit since I fell off that scooter, and the way I like exert my force, it's like my jaw gets crooked when I'm doing it. And so I can tell, like, I'm in the gym and I'm doing these weird faces, doing these super weird faces, and I'm like, bro, I look crazy, dude. I look so crazy. And there's like teenagers here who are just, you know, in a super self-conscious state, so I can kind of relate with them because I can tell the teenagers are trying to make sure they're doing the right thing too. Yo, what's up, Esteban? But the teenagers, they're also ready to prank and make jokes, so sometimes I'm pretty sure I see these kids laughing at me. And they're like making fun of my face, dude. Let's see if I can, really quick, I'm gonna turn off the stream first, or turn off the whiteboard for a second here on the stream, because I want to see if I can pull up a picture of what my face looks like while I'm doing these exercises. Because, dude, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, dude. So let's see here. Let me do this. Okay. Okay, maybe right here. Maybe you can see right here. So I'm gonna pull up the screen again. Okay, check out this. Let's see if you can see me. This is a kind of a recent video of me doing some overhead squats. Nah. Okay. So not too bad. I'm doing overhead squats with suspended weight here to really focus on stability, because for me, I'm really rehabbing this right groin and my left shoulder. All right, so you just notice my jaw. Actually, it's getting a lot better. But still, my jaw does like a lot of weird movements when I'm exercising. This is from like way back. Look at how crooked my body is in some of these photos. And boom, boom, boom. Let's see right here. I'm doing good girl, bad girls right here. See, look at my jaw, right? Look at my mouth right here. See how it's like all over the place, and it's been like that since I've been recovering. And overall, like, this is just me being self-conscious, right? It's really not that big of a deal. But I'm saying, like, as someone that's like done a lot of personal training, a lot of fitness, and worked through a lot of social anxiety stuff, it's really evoked a lot of new stuff for me, where it's like, wow, like I'm really like, I feel like I look like a psycho when I'm working out, but it's like, it's all right, dude. We're always gonna look crazy, and especially when you are working out heavy and you get back to that state where you can do, you know, high weights like I want to, you're gonna be making kind of weird faces and grunting. It's like you're gonna be doing that. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? It's actually very normal, pretty typical. You know what I'm saying? So those are the big things that when I get to the debunking part I want to say here is with debunking is like, look at, yo, we are all the same. We're all one. We're all one, right? The one is the all is the one. You know, treat thy neighbor the way they want thine way. No, I don't even know. You want to be treated. Yo, Tanzi show host Yosef, what's going on, man? So that's the big thing, right? It just recognize like we all look crazy. We're all trying to just do our exercise as much as we want and feel better doing it. When it gets to eye contact, dude, everybody is feeling the same way. Everybody's feeling the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're projecting this mirror always onto reality. So it's like, if you feel like you kind of should be making eye contact with or there's like this tension, it's like you're like, we're projecting that outward as well. And usually it's kind of, if you're feeling that from them, it means you guys are both kind of doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you notice like someone that's really easy to talk to are pretty easy just to make eye contact with and have a normal smile, and there's not any tension, it's because that person usually already is pretty opened up. Maybe they've already done a lot of maybe they've been, you know, really involved in customer relations before, and they've just, you know, they've traveled a lot, or maybe they just, you know, they're just been raised in a way that allows them to communicate pretty well socially, so they're just really friendly and open. But some of us, you know, we all are going through our journey. We're all trying to figure out how to just make that eye contact and everything like that. Or sometimes we just don't want it. Sometimes it's like, dude, let me get in my zone. Let me focus on my own movements, and that's it. All right, and then judgment. So for how hard do I go? How else do we get beyond that? How else do we get beyond that? Like, how hard should I be going? Because this is something I run into in the regular gyms as well, differently from CrossFit. What I like about CrossFit a lot of the time is that on CrossFit gyms, people are just kind of funky, you know, or not funky, but like we grunt more. It's like we're shirtless a lot of the time. Right? We're usually going really hard, so whereas like the regular gym, it's kind of like very like, I don't know. To me, it feels repressed a lot of the time, where it's like, don't be too loud. You know, don't be making too much noise. You know, I remember there was like, where's that? Really cool gym I love in Bozeman I worked at. But there'd be sometimes guys going that would be coming out of like, that would be CrossFit guys going to a normal gym, and they would just be going fucking hard, right? Like grunting and like, and then it just makes everybody else uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird because the regular gym environment isn't really quite ready for that, and the CrossFit environment, obviously, they're cool with that. So either way, I feel like if it does bother you or something like that somebody's going really hard and making a lot of noise, like, put your headphones in and, you know, chill, dude. Or just remember it's okay. But at the same time, I do understand like being considerate, and that it's like you have to understand the environment that you're in. And so with that, I think it just comes down to being considerate and just knowing what feels right, but also don't feel comfortable like doing what you gotta do. Like if you gotta make some loud gasps and stuff while you're pushing that weight, do it. You know what I'm saying? Do that too. Okay? Do that too, man. So there's that. And what's up, Gus Rams? How we doing? And what else we got going on? So those are the big things: social anxiety in the gym. But I think, oh shoot. The big thing that helps out, I'll just say too, to get beyond that as well, is like either if have your, like if you're alone, I would say, you know, bring your headphones and focus on you. Focus on you. You could do that, or secondly, focus, close your eyes closed, focus on the muscles and breath. And that's what we should be doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we should be doing that, eyes closed, focus on breath. And then if you're with some homies, that helps out usually a lot. So let me go like this. With homies, you know, don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take yourself too seriously. And same thing if you're alone too. Dap up 3 people. Also, I'm gonna say that on alone, and this is what I've been struggling with this since I've been in Argentina. But cause it's not dap up, but you know, just say, you know, salute, greet 3 people if you can. Hey, how you doing? Good afternoon. Just like if you can, just 3 people. Honestly, that's what, like a theory that I usually like to do when I'm in the CrossFit gym. I like to just say, hey, what's up to like 3 people. But I've been bad with it in Argentina, honestly. I've just been kind of like, I'm gonna get in and do my thing, dude. And then with homies, don't take yourself too seriously, but focus and respect your time and reps still. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be clogging the whole lane with your homies all day. Boom. So those are the big social anxiety things that I wanted to talk about right there. So boom, if that makes sense for you on this YouTube video, I'm going to end this one right here. Save this video, comment if there's any other questions you have about how to help with gym anxiety and how to make yourself feel more comfortable in the gym. And then stay tuned, like and subscribe, share this with your homies. Like and subscribe to this video. Stay tuned. I'm gonna make a lot more videos on these topics, and yeah, and I'll see you on that next one. So boom, that's a video right there I just made for YouTube. I'm gonna make another one now, talking about the next topic here. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna talk about what it's like if you're a picky eater and how to eat healthy, okay? Because this topic right here, I think is actually, maybe it's just me, like I grew up eating chicken nuggets all the time and processed food. So let's see. So I was that chicken nugget Happy Meal kid. Chicken nugget Happy Meals. I was processed food. Sugar. You know, I like that. And then I seriously like, and so it's like I would not eat broccoli, like I don't know, like so much stuff. Basically all vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Like definitely not, no brock. What else, man? Kale, spinach, peppers, you know, what else, man? Avocado, even like just tomatoes, dude. Like like everything, man. Tomatoes. What else we got going? Kimchi. I don't know why kimchi comes to mind. Kimchi. What else are we talking about? I mean, just like everything, dude. Mushrooms, like a lot of this stuff. I would not eat any of this until like age 20, we'll say. Until age 20. So the first 20 years of my life, basically, I'm like just like I want processed foods. I mean, of course, we ate a lot. Like I did eat like sugar foods. 4 whole foods. Like I would have corn, potatoes, steak, chicken, rice, maybe apples, right? Apples, blueberries, perhaps. And that's about it. I mean, and bread, right? Bread, but that's usually pretty hyper processed. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting some whole foods. I was getting some real foods in there too. And right now, if you're in the comments, Let me know if you got any perspective, anything right here. Okay. So now I basically kind of eat whatever. You know, I'm 27 now, and I've done some CrossFit competitions. I was in the Air Force 5 years. And so now, eat really healthy, whole foods, vegetables, meats, you know, fruits, etc. And what's really worked has been fasting, intermittent fasting, and education, I'd say. Just like knowing what actually is healthy. And so I don't know if this is how it works for everybody, but I'll just say this is what I've known has worked for me. Has been using fasting, intermittent fasting, and education. All right, and so education, obviously, like, I think a lot of us, we usually know what to eat, but when you go in and start actually studying this stuff, it's pretty wild. It like really opens up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch, I go to Google Chrome here. I go to ChatGPT. I'm gonna go right here. Can you get me some recent PubMed studies since 2020 talking about ultra-processed foods affecting all-cause mortality, testosterone, and mental health? Let's see what we can get. Obviously, you can get it's crazy. ChatGPT helps you study like all this stuff so much easier now. Oops, a daisy. And let me go to the stream for a sec here. And all right, right here. In 2024, ultra-processed foods is associated with the risk of various adverse health outcomes, including all-cause mortality. It doesn't have any stats right there. Diets high in processed foods have been associated with obesity and metabolic syndrome, conditions known to negatively affect testosterone. High intake of ultra-processed foods is linked to increased risk of mental health disorders, including depression, anxiety. And these are just like meta-analysis type exercise, or just big reviews, just talking about in general. But as you get into more specific studies, they'll even talk about how these mechanisms work, how your body stores visceral fat, and how your body, the hormones are affected through processed foods. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got all that going on too, man. So it's like your hormones, and so as you're getting older as a guy, especially, it's like you don't want your testosterone getting messed with too much. You don't want, you don't want to be more depressed for no reason. So you start educating yourself on eating healthier. The intermittent fasting, this is where I think the secret definitely is. The secret is intermittent fasting for sure. In my case, it was. I'm not saying it's. I think it's probably would be like that for a lot of people. So why? And I don't even do intermittent fasting all the time now, but I do it here and there. And I just did a 4-day fast actually. So it's like I'm fresh off doing a long water fast where I didn't eat anything but just had water for 4 days. And the secret is intermittent fasting, though, usually with eating healthier, because hunger spikes, anything tastes good. You know what I'm saying? When you're really hungry, you will, if you got some broccoli in front of you and you cook it, in a way that you think would be good, maybe you throw some pepper on there, and a little salt, and some cheese maybe, I don't know, use some cheese to help you out early on, and you're like, dang, this is good. So intermittent fasting, man, plus there's so many studies on it. There's so many studies on why intermittent fasting works. So hunger spikes anything, so anything tastes good. What else is going to happen is that your metabolism will regulate better. So usually, for instance, if you're somebody that's eating all the time, your metabolism starts slowing down or whatever, you get fat and stuff like that. When you start doing intermittent fasting, it'll speed up your metabolism, and then you'll find a better baseline. So then your hunger and levels and stuff will get more normal, and your body will be able to use energy way better too. So your metabolism is going to regulate better. So if we can help ourselves by eating healthier foods, then getting our metabolism back on track, plus productivity spikes because you're spending less time cooking and eating all day, that everything is just better, right? Like your cardio is more effective as well too. Cardio will burn more calories too this way. Not exactly, I mean that's not exactly how it works, but usually that's just like a mechanism that people will take advantage of too. It's like you go do some cardio too, and fasted cardio, and your body's just like, this is what's really gonna help with that metabolism too, because you got to teach your body to be more in this anabolic state, the state of growth and healthy metabolism, where it's like, okay, when I am, you know, and if I'm doing intermittent fasting and then I do some running or some sort of cardio, this is like teaching my body that, hey, I still got this like hunter instinct in me to, you know, to be on the move while I'm hungry. And then, you know, you'll eat healthier foods, your productivity will spike if you're on your business projects and everything like that, and everything else will thrive too. And so for me, a personal story within this is like, I was deployed in Turkey in 2018 with Air Force, and we worked 13-hour days. So this is how I would do it. I worked this weird shift. So I would wake up at 2:30 in the afternoon. Wake up at 2:30 p.m. and then I would train, and then I'd have to be at work. Work started at 5:30 p.m. and I think we had to be so then we probably had to be in the bus at 5. Yeah. Work started at 5. Let me just put 5, because it was like we had to be on the bus. We technically didn't start till 5:30, but we basically had to be on the bus at 5, and then we would be back home at like 5:30 as well, or something like that. It's usually, it went some way like that. So we'd say 5 p.m. Okay. And so what I would do is I would eat right before I got on that bus. Eat first meal at 4:30. Like I would eat it like right there, and then I get on the bus. Eat first meal at 4:30. So then from basically 2:30 to 4 p.m. I was training in the gym. Workout in gym. Like right after I woke up. Okay, so I wake up, I'd be fasted basically. Oh shit. Workout. And then shower, shave, dress. It was like, this is like how it'd go. Boom. And then I would eat again. So I'd have that, like I said, at 4:30 I'd eat, and then I would basically eat like, we would work for a few hours, and I think we would eat like at like 9 or like 10 or something like that. Yo, how we doing, Micah? How we doing? So it's like you could eat, and remember, so usually in a typical intermittent fast is a 16 hours rest, 8-hour feeding window, which is actually like not that bad. So I think I would even be like a lesser feeding window. So yeah, 4:30. I would say by 10:30 I would definitely eat at the latest. And then so then that would put me at a 6-hour feeding window. Eat at 10:30. And that was it. That's what I would do. I would eat twice. Once at 4:30 and once at 10:30. Boom. And that would carry me through. So basically think about that. So from 10:30 p.m. and then work till 5 a.m. and then sleep. Sleep till 2:30. It was something like that. I might be even sleep from usually like 7 to 2:30 or something like that. That was like the schedule we were doing. And this is how I first started doing this. This is how I started eating a lot healthier, because like I was busy working, and so it's like whenever I had to eat, I was just starving, dude. And I was exercising, so it was like I was eating just healthier foods, and I was doing intermittent fasting. This definitely changed my whole perspective on how to eat after this. Like I ate so much healthier. Like after that, like to a whole other degree. And so what I think is like the way to do it is you find like that's the way to do it. You start with intermittent fasting, and if you can, you get that meal and make sure you're just super busy throughout your day. And if you're not hanging around your snack area, and if you can coordinate it with like events, with appointments or anything like that. Yo, how we doing, Svingen? Is that Marcus? Oh, everything's going well, man. If you can coordinate, your meals around busy times, so that way you're able to like transition into your fasting period with a lot of time doing stuff, it helps out. So that way you're not just sitting there in your like free time like, okay, I want to eat more. Your free time, apart from when you are eating, it should be spent to do your workouts, to sleep, to recover. And that's what works the best when I've seen people have a lot of success with intermittent fasting. And some people, like I coached a guy doing one meal a day, just eating once a day, and he would eat 2,000 calories basically in one meal. And to be real, I've never really done one meal a day. I've thought about trying it out, but for me, it doesn't really feel like a way to build, to grow, to be anabolic. It feels like to me one meal a day is I'm open to trying it for sure, but I feel like it's really like if you're trying to lose a lot of weight, I think it could work out. I think it works out really well, because then you can give your stomach like 20 hours to rest. Like 20 hours to rest. Oh, one meal a day. And a lot of people, they really fuck with this like idea, this concept. And for me, like as someone that wants to be more anabolic, somebody that wants to gain more muscle, wants to be stronger, I just don't see it really working that well, because it's just like your stomach to be able to like, because for most of us, we need to eat 80% or 0.8 grams per pound of protein to 1 pound to 1 gram of protein per body weight per day. So if you are like me, I probably only weigh like 155 right now. So I basically need to be eating like around 150 grams of protein. Really, I want to eat more than that because I'm trying to build. So if I only had one meal a day and I had to eat 150 grams of protein, that means I got to sit there and I got to eat a pound of chicken and and I got to get all my carbs at the same time. So I got to eat like 2-3 potatoes, and I got to eat a salad, and I got to eat some fruit all at the same time. And it's like, dude, what? I don't know, how do you do that? I guess, how would you do it? If you were going to really maximize your one meal a day, how would you do it? I think you'd have to be like, you got to treat yourself like a straight up Viking warrior on this experience right here. Like, I think you'd have to go. Now, my question is, how do you do fruit with that too? Because for me, you gotta eat fruit. Like I'm saying, like you can't just like. I think how you would have to do it is you'd have to go first. Yeah, maybe you do the protein second. So imagine you have like a salad. Okay, no, the salad should be with protein. So you'd have like a protein salad. So it's like, imagine you'd have to have like a pound of chicken salad. And I mean, you don't have to eat salad. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people believe you shouldn't even be eating that at all because of whatever. I mean, everybody's got their own perspective. But for me, like, I would like to have some sort of green plan with it, because I just like the way it fills me up, and I feel good when I do it. So I'd have to eat that, and I'd probably have to start with like my starches, or like my heavy. You'd have to like start. What's up, Ov Diaz? How we doing, Juan? I feel like if you're doing one meal a day, I think you'd have to start. Dang, I don't know. That'd be wild. Maybe like one fruit, start it off, get the metabolism going. One fruit, start it off. Dude, I don't know, dude. I actually don't know how you would do that. How the fuck are you gonna eat all of those calories in one meal? So that's what I'm saying. I think if you're someone that wanted to lose a lot of weight, then you could definitely do one meal a day, and you would go 20 hours fasting basically, and you'd be just going eat 2,000 calories. Would be your goal, and you just hit that. Or if you're a girl, girls, they could do like 1,200, 1,400 calories, 1,500 calories. But for guys, I don't think guys, it's really a smart idea to eat below like 1,800. And because your body, like as men, like it's just like what happens if guys try to like malnourish, I guess you could say. If we try to eat too low calories, sometimes our body just is really confused by that, and it will just kind of just keep you in this really like slow metabolism, homeostatic state. And so I see that happening. But I trained a guy that did this, and it worked out because like he was looking to more lose body fat anyway. He wasn't trying to get super strong, and it really worked out. So he lost like weight around the stomach. We got his shoulders a lot tighter, and his chest and his legs. So it worked out for him pretty well, because he would wake up, he would meditate for like an hour, he would he'd do his workout, and then he'd work the morning, and then at lunch is when he'd eat a huge meal, like a giant meal, probably like an hour and a half, and he would just take his time with it. He's a Colombian dude, so the Colombians know Hispanics like to take their time eating, which I vibe with that too. I like to take my time when I'm eating too, and not rush. So he'd just go huge one meal, and then in the evening finish work, play with the kids all night, and probably help his wife cook that meal for the kids, and then boom, go to sleep, wake up early again the next day. And so that worked pretty well for him. But I think it's probably just better to just go with 2 meals a day and do the intermittent fasting like that. It's going to help. Your hunger is going to make you want to eat healthier foods. And how we doing, Z Muay Thai and Tashante Cole and Compass Travels? How we doing, y'all? Any other questions? If you guys got any fitness goals questions, 1 meal a day. But yeah, intermittent fasting twice a day, 16 hours, and then you have an 8-hour eating window. It's actually pretty easy if you just go with that. It's so easy. It's so easy, and especially if you combine it with your work schedule. And then, because if you're working and you're a little hungry while you work, it like it makes you just work with a little more intention. You know what I'm saying? Long time no see. What you been up to? How's everything going? Where are you traveling to next? And yeah, so those are the big things I've kind of touched on this video so far: is picky eating, how to eat healthier, and then gym social anxiety. And I'm trying to think what else, if there's any other topics that I was gonna get into. But for right now, let me end it. I'm streaming on YouTube and Instagram, or YouTube and Twitch right here now too. So on the YouTube video, I'm just gonna say that's how I would recommend eating healthier as best as possible, and working through the picky eater concept is go with intermittent fasting. Make sure your hunger becomes, your hunger will spike, and anything's going to taste better. So eating healthier is way easier. Metabolism is going to regulate better. Productivity spikes, and then your cardio is will feel a lot easier too if you like doing cardio. Weightlifting, you're going to crush either way. So if you're on YouTube, subscribe to that video, and stay tuned for more. Got a lot more coming y'all way on YouTube. Boom. Yeah, still in Buenos Aires with your cat and hanging out here for the time being. Let's go. Yeah, Buenos Aires is pretty cool right now. I'm happy that we're transitioning into fall a little bit. The summer was getting super warm out here. It's getting super warm, and yeah, I just felt like it was time. Like it was still kind of hot. Today was actually pretty hot this morning, and like I don't know, I like Argentina a lot. I really do actually. The spring and winter, the spring and fall is so nice. Winter's not really that bad. Summer, yeah, summer just kind of wears on you a little bit out here, which I was kind of not totally expecting when I came out here, because it's a lot further south than like, you know, like Peru and stuff, right? I think we're further south than Lima here. And so I was in Lima, and Lima was hot. So I don't know. I just wasn't expecting Buenos Aires to be so hot. Right now, it's a real feel of 33 Celsius. What's that? 33 Celsius. How's your cat doing? And are you thinking about staying for a long time in Buenos Aires? Bum ba da bum bum ba dum bum ba da bum bum ba. Okay, so it's like 91 degrees. Bum ba da bum bum ba yo dun 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 dun. And what else was I gonna say? She's snoozing right now. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, Argentina, Buenos Aires. It's cool here. Like I'm really liking it. Me and my wife, we're probably gonna move over to Cordoba. Actually, we like the mountains and stuff, and there we're looking to get deeper into a lot of this. We're like pretty hippie. We like the yoga stuff like that, and I need to train my breath work better. And so we in Cordoba, it's a little bit more of that community we sort of see. So we need to kind of get around our hippies and stuff. But out here, our baby's growing up too. 8 months now, so it's going pretty good with her. And we're looking to do what else are we gonna do? Oh, tomorrow actually, Mary, we doing I'll see if I can get passing some information. We're gonna probably we're inviting some friends for sure to do some like Reiki and a little bit of like mantra singing, sound healing. Maybe I'll guide some breath work. It's gonna be mostly in Spanish though, but that's something that we're looking to. I was doing those mental wealth events, and I want to grow that. But the fatherhood stage has been definitely a lot of growth to go through, and for me, just trying to figure out how to get to know men out here and network with other people. But we're in Ituzaingó, a little bit further away now, 40 minutes from Capital. So we've just been kind of just focusing on just the parenting process, and I'm just like, I want to get that mental wealth thing growing. But my goal is to like transition it more towards men, but I do want to keep it open because my wife, I want to keep it open to the girls, like into, especially if we do like full moon events or something like that, and figuring out how to bring people ways together to network and not make it super spiritual, hippie, woo woo. That's not the main idea. Like we like those things, but that's not like, I'm not like a zealot for really anything. Like it's not about religion. It's just about like, basically just sharing positivity and growth. And so I'm doing some running, a little bit more running now. So I don't know, I'm figuring out how to get more guys together, like doing exercising and breath work, and that's what I want to do. And so, but yeah, I'll be real. Like I've definitely had some challenges with socializing out here, and with the Spanish language. Even though I can speak pretty good Spanish, just socializing, it's hard. Like it's challenging to really just be your best personality, the best version of your personality when you're speaking another language. But let's see here. I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna end the stream though. And yeah, I hope everything's going well. Let me know, if you got any info on just kind of the network of other, creatives, entrepreneurs, especially U.S. people out here in Buenos Aires, because it'd be nice for me to get tapped in with some of those people and see how we can all have some cool experiences. Actually, me and my wife are going to be near that Parque Rostedal again, actually. We're going to be staying in Palermo next week. We got some appointments to do. And so maybe I'll look to plan some things for people to come together and just have like some social thing. And I would like to do that, no doubt. I love socializing with people. But anyway, yeah, have a good day, Mary. Hope everything's going good with y'all. Thanks for checking out the chat. I'll do some more of these Q&As. And check me out on YouTube, Face, and Twitch. I just recorded 2 videos right now basically talking about social anxiety in the gym. And what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, and then picky eating, how to eat healthier. Okay. Okay, all right, yeah, sweet. I'll let you know if we do that. So I hope everything's going well. Mary, take care. All y'all, thank you for tapping in, and have a good one. Check out this live video where I talk about what has worked well for me to get over gym social anxiety. Also in this QA, I talk about advice for picky eaters and how intermittent fasting can be used as a game changer to leverage healthy foods. Share this with your friends. Comment. If you're ready to lose 10 pounds in the next 4 months.
Didn't do their job. We got robbed. running back.
Call. What was a bad call? Everyone's saying.
Stevie Wonder saw that, man. Robbery here. The reality of the situation is that he was mugged. The ball was about 4 yards away when he got hit. It was clearly pass interference.
But you had a ref. Your only job is to call it like you see it in that moment in time, and you fail.
Watch this live where I detail how I have learned how to work through social anxiety in the gym and my advice for picky eaters to eat healthier.
I ain't gonna sleep for no motherfucking nigga in the NBA. Only nigga I ever got night sleep the night before the game I slept with was Michael Jordan. All these other niggas, nigga, I'ma stay out 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, nigga. I'ma see you there.
Yeah.
I'ma see you. Yeah. I ain't scared of none of you niggas. I guarantee you, I'm ready to rock and roll. Yeah, I all you motherfuckers. Michael Jordan, the only motherfucker I'm gonna lay down for.
What time you go to bed with Mike?
Oh shit, I'm gonna be in that motherfucker with legs kicked up. Oh boy, hey boy, they be calling me when I be in Chicago, talking about going out old ass stadium. And Max, where we at, baby? You know, we go two-step tonight. Hell nah, nigga, I got my feet kicked up, nigga. I gotta see this nigga. I gotta wait to see this nigga tomorrow. This nigga ain't gonna embarrass me in front of my home. I know this nigga embarrass you, man.
And you know he at home.
Man, oh Lord, boy, I know, I ain't gonna speak.
About and yeah, so those are the big things I've kind of touched on this video so far is picky eating, how to eat healthier, and then gym social anxiety. Success with intermittent fasting, and some people like I coached a guy doing one meal a day. Like right. So you can get it's crazy. ChatGPT helps you study like all that stuff so much easier now. crazy. ChatGPT helps you study like all of. In 2024, Ultra Pro. What's up? Hey, baby girl. Okay.
go into the Akashic Records and ask this question. Masters, teachers, and loved ones, why do so many people right now feel like they are stuck in cycles over and over again? You are stuck in the same cycles because there is something to be learned. Your soul calls in certain life experiences for you as a human being to experience. You as a human being have free will. And so with having free will, your soul may call in an experience for you to learn from so that your soul can evolve. However, you as a human being may choose not to learn from it. Let's go into the Akashic Records. Let's go into the Akashic. Let's go into the Akashic Records. Let's go into the
Spend 1 hour with somebody who's wonderful 90. That's not your grandpa or grandma. Hour. 1 hour. And really chop with them. And you will realize everything you complain about is nonsense. When you're 90, you just wish you spent more time with people you loved, and you wish you did shit you liked. Too many people are just doing shit they don't like. Spend one.
Let's go into the Akashic Records and ask this question.
¿Sabías que Wise y Pioneer te hacen perder cientos de dólares?
If you find a girl who believes in your dreams more than you do, who makes you want to be a better man, who's willing to work alongside you to get there, and is grateful for whatever you have right now today, if you find
One. Spend one.
big
Yo, so I'm sending this video. If there's any y'all out there, dudes, you guys looking to run more, yo, reply to the story, let me know, because, dude, I need to get running more. And I just like when I got people that are, like, dedicated towards a similar mission, just, you know, running more, whatever it is. You know, my goal is, like, I'm not, like, obsessed with running, but as I'm, like, getting back to, like, my normal fitness, recovering for doing lots of physical therapy, I'd, like, envision now, like, what I would love to do every year is have like a pretty long run like every year, like almost like a half marathon or a marathon, to like be generally ready for. And then alongside that, I'd be doing like 1 or 2 CrossFit competitions a year. That would be like, I feel like a really nice like baseline standard like fitness for me to have every year. That'd be fucking sick. Imagine like being 40 and having like 10 straight years or so of doing like a marathon every year and like a couple CrossFit competitions. That'd be savage. Yo, men out there. Let me know if y'all are looking at preparing for some sort of running competition this year. Doesn't need to be super yet. And then for people, dudes out there, if you're looking to get better at calisthenics, let me know if you got like a major calisthenics goal, like maybe you want to do muscle ups, right? Sometimes I get people hit me up and asking me how I train for muscle ups and what works. Just let me know on that too, because that's something I've learned how to go from 0 to 100 on that. And it's something that is really, it feels great to be able to do muscle ups. It's like, I don't know, it's such a good upper body exercise that if you can, once you can get it down and if you can maintain that for the rest of your life, you got a movement that is like, it's a little bit of a flex obviously, but beyond that, it's like a way to train your upper body so well. And if you can like really build upon it, dude, it's like, oh my gosh, you can get like super high levels of strength because of that. So shit, man, calisthenics is legit. Let me know if you got shoulder issues and want to get better at muscle ups. Pull-ups, and eventually do muscle ups.
Think we
All right, there we go. So now we're going to talk about what it's like if you're a picky eater and how to eat healthy, okay? Because this topic right here, I think is actually, maybe it's just me, like I grew up eating chicken nuggets all the time and processed food.
ourselves the best chance to be happy, man. And I feel like society as a whole, we would all be better off if we were down to accept skipping as an equal alternative to jogging.
Response. When he's announced, they will. There he's announced.
rebounded 49 times. Bronny gets into the lane and scores.
Bronny.
That's that time by James, taken by Trent Jr.
Look out,
Not a lot
Bronny.
of good spacing.
I feel like, hey man, we gotta support Bronny, dude.
With the steal.
Out of 7 from 3. What a great game from downtown. That's illegal defense. Stepped right up. Gabe was
All right, Bronny, let's get it. Let's get Bronny.
He's gonna take it.
Buckets all day.
So he had that one smelled out.
Bronny scored 20 last night.
Little floater.
He's hit 10 points on a 5 for 7 night. James for 3. Yes!
And Bronny knocks down a three-point. A floater.
He's hit 10 points on a 5 for 7 night. James for 3. Yes!
And Bronny knocks down a three-pointer.
Back to the basket. Kuzma working on James. Kuzma over James. Pretty good defense that time by Bronny James. Long shot. Long rebound. Nice control tap that time by Leonard. Up ahead for Morris. He's got it. He scores.
Nice pass. Bronny, head up. Look at that, head up. Two-hand chest pass right on the money for the easy deuce. And the Lakers trail.
Closer to him. Now they switch off. It's Bronny and Giannis. Bronny and Giannis. And out of bounds it goes.
It really was nice, but again, that's the one that you live with.
All Bronny strong.
Oh!
Good aggressive move by
Bronny.
Off the dribble, just takes a left-hand layup.
Holy shit.
Nice play by Bronny James in double figures with 10. Leads the Lakers in that department.
Unforced error. Here comes Porter Jr. A couple of Trojans going at each other.
It
right
looked
there.
like Bronny got it to go off.
Last time we saw him, he's up that one. Bronny looks for more. He's got
I like his J, dude. His J is nice.
Very, very nice pull-up.
quickly. Milton, 9 to shoot. We're in the last half minute of the quarter. James.
Wow.
Coach, how they feel their team needs
Nah,
to
he's
stay in
looking
rhythm.
good.
Connect 2 in a row. Brother Larry Jr., former Laker, provided us with so many unreal
Bang.
One of the great clubs in Northwestern.
Oh!
You're still
Oh.
with Mike. I'm coming at you just so you can make fun of me. Here's James Jr.
See, look at his his shot is it's pretty nice. Like, I don't know how to. It's like really compact. Like, it's like he has a really good base when he shoots. Like, for me, like, example, like, obviously not even close to being in the NBA, but I know if I'm like a smaller guy, shorter guy like that, it's like sometimes you get kind of like your feet aren't as stable and you try to like rush a shot. So it's like he's very like, it's a deliberate shot, but it's like compact and it's still pretty quick. He's pretty nice, dude.
Coming at you just so you can make fun of me. Here's James Jr. Bronny hits a 3.
From the last 2 years, and I'm really enjoying getting to the. Oh,
There we go.
What a night, Mike, for Bronny James.
yeah, Bronny's been terrific. Wow, leading the Lakers in scoring.
17 tonight.
Here's his last 2. Switches to the left
That was
hand
nice.
after weaving through the key.
Where's Luke at, dude?
Officially the leading scorer tonight. Hit a triple. And a 12 for the Lakers. The big scramble 2 through 5 in the West as Doc congratulates Bronny.
How old is how tall is Bronny? He actually doesn't look that small, but for whatever reason, he just looks tiny sometimes. Bronny James. What do they measure him at? One. Height and feet. 6'1". Yeah, I see he's a little bit shorter. I think he's gonna get. I think he's still growing, dude. He looks like he's like. He looks like he's gonna keep growing. I mean, he still looks young, man. He's 20 years old. He's only 20, dude. I thought he was a little bit older than that. Okay, cool. All right, let's go, Bronny. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. I didn't really